So this is that control stuff. So for anyone who's listening, this will be put out in the future and it'll be safe to put out. But Sarah just found out that she's pregnant. And by the time that you're listening to this, she'll be in her 120th day or close to it. So it will be safe to even put this out on the radio waves. But throughout her story is quite interesting because she got off fertility treatments and she trusted in our sessions and in the process of becoming pregnant with herself. And within 3 months, she hadn't had a period in almost a year or two, and she had her period and then she was pregnant. So now during that period, she had to work through a lot of issues of control. And so it's happening again. And it's almost like, Sarah, that all of these, like, it's like the world's fallen out from underneath you. Like everything was good, but this couldn't have happened before now. Let's just be grateful because you needed to get pregnant almost. And your 120th day hasn't come. So it's like you're in between that perfect period to let it all fall out so that it can all be set up and you can have that calm pregnancy.
Okay.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
But do you see how, like, the world's setting up? It's almost like, so your mind's going, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. But this was the exact same sessions we've had before where I'm always like, well, do you have to do it like that? And there's always a different way to look at things. So it's like you have the opportunity right now to set it up in a way that you could, like, because your dad's letting you take over. So the first thing is you're finally being allowed to have more freedom with your position in your work, which before you felt like your boss was always not giving you that freedom. And now you're also getting challenged with that control, that like need to control things. Do you see those things happening?
Yeah.
But it's an opportunity because you're going to be able to set it up in a way that is better for you than for your boss. How does that make you feel when we say that to you?
Peaceful. And I trust that this is just, I'm trusting in this, and that just hearing you remind me of everything is just like, I just feel like it's just like a huge weight has been lifted off my chest, even just in the past minute.
So I want you to go back to this past week. They're kind of showing you like going around your kitchen. It's almost like a hyperventilation situation.
Yeah.
And it lasted for a few days, but did this almost panic attack or need to control, was it better than the last times?
Yes.
Okay. They want you to see that. Like it's still not down to like a 10-minute thing or a day thing, you know, which what my hope is one day it'll be down to that need to control that anxiety that the world's spinning. We'll just get down to that, you know, a smaller increments of time. That's the goal for anything you have in your mind is just you're going to have the emotion, but how fast can it go through you and then be released? Right. So go back to this week in time and see what was different about this week compared to other times where you might have gone into like a deeper depression, or you might have been triggered into old patterns such as bulimia, over exercising, or like talking bad about someone, or just blaming, you know what I mean? Anything you can think of that's totally negative, and see how you did it differently. So tell me what you did differently and why.
I mean, one, the meditation, no matter what happened that day, like each day last week, I made sure to at least meditate. And then I feel like all the negative thoughts, I feel like the positive thoughts were louder, in that I knew that the timing, I knew that in the end, this is what I wanted. It's like I'm getting everything I wanted, you know, and I just feel like I trust in myself and like in the universe, I guess, and in God just much more than ever before. And I think that, you know, kind of really helped me, because I definitely the level of like, I mean, there were a few like nights where I had a hard time falling asleep, and like a few kind of blow ups I had like with my dad on the phone. But I just feel like overall, like, yeah, it's like me compared to me, it was just so much better.
Right, because it's like over, the last year of working together, it's like there's so much, there was like, you didn't take control with one hand, you took control with two hands. And then what you would do to your energy body is you just strangle yourself. Does that feel true? And so what that would do is like pull you back into this like really, really dark energy. And so what does it feel like when you trust? It's like what it looks like to me is like something could hold you, but it's like your body just skips out of it now. And
Yeah.
it's just so much lighter.
Yeah, lighter is the perfect way to phrase it. Cause yeah, like last week I didn't, I was using all my energy sort of more for work. And so I wasn't over exercising and then just completely running myself ragged, which is what I used to do. And I think, yeah, it's just weird because it's like, it's hard when I'm in it to really reflect. And just now that I'm like reflecting, it's like, it was, such a much more, I don't know what the right word is, but it was just much more.
It was like 4 days compared to like 8 or compared to like 6 months. That's what they want you to understand. So that's a big leap for you. I mean, that's what it feels like. About 4 days are really bad. And then, some residual, and this is what it means to become more of a master. And my understanding of it is, so now this could happen again in any shape, manner, or form, but it's like how to act before it happens. You know how to prepare for the event before it occurs. So I actually went through something similar this week. So I reacted in the way of my old ways. And now I'm looking back at that and I'm like, oh, I did it again. How many times do I need to do this with this person in order to learn a lesson that I don't need to react like that? I need to just not. Does that make sense? Like how many times you have to do it? Maybe some people 1,000, some people like 20 lifetimes. And then it's just, oh, I don't need to do it again like that. I know I know what's going to happen. I know I could step into this stressful situation and be this way, but I am going to choose to be a different way.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I feel like I didn't really take it out on my husband. Like, I think I know I have in the past. Like, I didn't bring it into our relationship.
So they want to work on this guy that you're going to let go of in your company because there's a grind.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's like holding on your left side, your male side. And it's like it's like it pulls your male female. I don't know if maybe another client that I worked with a lot with the male female sides being split, but it's like your female side kind of feels bad for the guy or something. And then the male side is just grinds with him. Does that feel accurate when we say that?
100%. I have like,
and you become Jekyll and Hyde. You're like, because you're like, it's okay. And then you're like, bastard. You're, beyond, I just said that was a nice word to say, but it's
100%. This is kind of one of the last relationships I have in my life where I truly feel two-faced. Like my whole, like in my 20s and.
Hey, wasn't there a boyfriend that's like this guy somewhere? Who's that guy in your past?
Yeah.
Who was the guy that's like this guy?
My college boyfriend.
Okay, yeah, they're like, it's an ex-boyfriend coming back. Okay, let's talk about your college boyfriend. Okay.
I dreamed about him last night. Oh my God.
Okay, let's go. We're gonna get him out. That's what this guy represents as the college boyfriend. They're like, yay, they're clapping for you. That you understood. Okay, tell me about the dream.
The dream.
You got Mary Magdalene here. She loves you, she says. Oh, and Mother Mary. Okay, keep going.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
My dream